Hey, sit quietly for a moment. Take a slow, deep breath. You don't have to rush right now. You don't have to fix anything right now. You don't even have to pretend you're okay right now. Just breathe. Because I know your heart has been carrying a lot lately. Some days feel heavier than others. Some evenings feel quieter than you expected life to become. And sometimes in the middle of that silence you feel alone. Not always physically alone, but emotionally alone. Like nobody fully understands what's happening inside your heart. But listen to this is not random. God is speaking to you right now. And He's saying, I'm sitting beside you in this moment. Take another slow breath and let those words settle gently into your spirit. God says, I know this season feels quiet. I know there are moments when your thoughts become heavy. Moments when memories return unexpectedly. Moments when loneliness quietly settles into your chest. And I know there are times when you wish someone could simply sit with you, without judgment, without pressure, just presence. God says that is exactly what I am doing right now. I am sitting beside you. In this room. In this moment. In this quiet season of your life. God says you are not unseen. You are not forgotten. And you are not walking through this season alone. Even if it feels that way sometimes. God says, I see the emotions you really speak out loud. The tiredness in your spirit. The concerns you carry quietly. The sadness you try to push aside during the day. The thoughts that return at night when everything becomes still. God says, I see all of it. And I stay beside you through all of it. God says, I know you've spent much of your life being there for others, comforting others, helping others, holding everyone together. And because you became so strong for so many years, you learned how to hide your own weariness. But hear me gently, you do not have to hide it from me. God says, you can sit here honestly with me, tired, emotional, uncertain, quiet, and still be fully loved. God says, I know there are moments when your heart longs for closeness, for comfort, for reassurance that you still matter deeply. And I need you to hear this clearly, you matter deeply to me. Your heart matters. Your life matters. Your presence in this world still matters. God says, please stop believing that because life became quieter you somehow became less valuable. You did not. You are still cherished, still seen, still deeply loved. God says, I know there are days when fear quietly enters your thoughts. Fear about the future. Fear about loneliness. Fear about what lies ahead. And when those fears come, your spirit becomes restless. But listen carefully, you do not face the future alone. I am already there waiting for you. God says, I am sitting beside you in your uncertainty, beside you in your grief, beside you in your tiredness, beside you in the moments when your heart feels emotionally overwhelmed. God says you do not need to have everything figured out right now. You do not need to carry every burden alone. You do not need to pretend you are endlessly strong. Just let me sit with you here, quietly, gently, lovingly. God says sometimes healing begins not with answers but with presence, with knowing someone remains beside you even when life feels difficult. And I will remain beside you, always. God says, I know there are wounds in your heart from years of carrying too much. Disappointments, losses, loneliness, moments that quietly changed you inside, and even when nobody else saw the depth of it, I saw every moment. God says, I sat beside you then too. In every sleepless night, every tear-filled prayer, every moment when you wondered how you would keep going. And I carried you through all of it. God says that same love is still holding you now, still surrounding you now, still comforting you now. God says there are still peaceful moments ahead of you. Still gentle mornings. Still quiet joys waiting to return to your life. Still moments where your heart feels safe again. And I will walk beside you through every part of it. God says one day you will look back on this season and realize something beautiful. Even in your loneliest moments, you were never truly alone. I was sitting beside you the entire time, holding your heart carefully, listening to every silent prayer, comforting every weary part of your spirit. God says, so breathe deeply now. Release the fear that you must carry life alone. Release the sadness that tells you nobody sees your heart, because I too always. God says, I'm sitting beside you in this moment, closer than you realize, and I will remain beside you through every season ahead, always. If this message comforted your heart, type God is with me in the comments. and remind yourself today you are never truly alone. God is sitting beside you even in the quietest moments of your life.